Got my Mamba 7 out here, just gonna test it. As you can see, I changed out the shocks. The stock shocks, it was leaking on all four corners, man. You know what I mean? You can even see the stains on the tyre. I kind of wiped it off on the wheels, but especially this wheel, you can see it's all stained. That's the oil. It was leaking out, you know what I mean? Stock shocks. So I've got Harboa Hyper MT plus 2 shocks in the rear. It's the same size, you know what I mean, as the Abzima stock shocks. So kind of rebuilt, well, basically filled it with 80 weight oil in the rear, and the front ones now I had to rebuild it. They're old armor shocks from some vehicle, I don't know what vehicle it was, but it's old armor shocks, but the shock shafts were both broken. So luckily I had 2 brand new shock shafts unopened in a packet, innit? You know what I mean? So kind of build up the front. So I got 60 weight in the front shocks. Yeah, but the only good thing about the Abzima stock shocks was the springs, man. Yeah, so I kept the springs, the stock Abzima springs, because they're a lot more stiffer than the Hyper MT Sport ones. And yeah, well, I didn't try the armor springs, but so yeah, what else have I done? I got a Max 6 in this, innit? I put the Max 6 in with the adapters, DIY homemade adapters I showcased in the vid, innit? So I did have the Max 6 in here at one point, but I had problems with the stock receiver on the Abzima and the controller, so it wasn't working. It was basically a runaway. When it was supposed to go forward, it was going backwards, and it was a runaway. But I didn't film it. I didn't bother filming it, man. What else? That's it. Let me just check the tires, because I run the Maverick Quantum this morning, and I've got a 14mm hex nut somewhere in this field. The wheel flew off on the Maverick Quantum, so luckily I've got a couple of 14mm hex nuts, so just make sure these wheels are tight and secure, man, although they're serrated, but they can still come flying off. Yeah, so basically this truck, all that's left stock in electronics are the steering servo, which I had problems with the steering servo, but I tightened up the servo saver and shit, and it's all right. And also what else is left stock? The motor is stock in this. So yeah, where did I put the body pins? Oh, there. Let me just switch the car on. The remote's on. It's all calibrated, and I did kind of test it out on the bench, but that's about it. So hopefully they'll go forward when I press forward on the trigger, and backwards When I press backwards, it seems to be calibrated all right. Found the receiver. Yeah, because I had the DR8 ESC in this, but I found it a bit slow. I did video it, but it was a bit slow, you know what I mean? Which light is for, I can't remember what channel? Oh, it's for the lights. Yeah, I like that one. Yeah, it was running a bit slow with the DR8 ESC in it, so I swapped it out. As I say, I've got it wasn't even pulling wheelies when I had the DR8 ESC in it. Although it was a wet day, but when I first got the car with a stock ESC, and I ran it in the wet grass in this park, I think, and it was pulling wheelies in it. You know what I mean? So as I say, I've had problems with the truck and shit. Swapped out the ESC, put a DR8 one in there, and yeah, it was a bit slow, man. So hence the Max 6 in there. I ain't got no speed meter on this, man. Fuck it, I'll lose it. Truck's taking up the whole of this park, man. It's definitely faster with the Max 6 in it. Hobbywing Max 6. And diff, I think I got 300,000 in the center diff. And I can't remember what weight I got in the front and the rear. No, I left the rear alone. I ain't touched the rear. I'm not sure what oil I got in the front diff, but I've got 300k in the center diff. But the rear, I left the rear alone, man. I couldn't be bothered. I'll do it eventually. Oh, trashed it. Tumble rumble. I hope I ain't broke no because before when I bought the car, I still had the stock ESC system in it, and I broke the rear link, but I soon swapped it out. No rear link's broken, that's all right. Let's go try this on the concrete, because it's not very good on concrete, I don't think. Well, I thought it wasn't very good on concrete, I don't know. I don't know if I can jump this truck, man. You know what I mean? I don't want to break it. Land wrong and it's broken. You know what I mean? I've got to get used to it, man. As I say, I had problems with this truck, innit? Bought from stock. ESC going, receiver going, controller, leaky shocks, pinion loose straight out of the box. You know what I mean? seems to be running all right. Let's try one jump. Let's try one jump and see, man. It's got power, this thing now, man. Oh, yes, he jumps nice. Let's try that again. Jumps all right, man. Try that again, man. Oh, no. No, that was, yeah, that was a wrong one. That one was a wrong one. That was a wrong one, man. Range on the, I've got the range on the range on the what controller have I got on this, man? Fucking Dunbar RC, yeah, Dunbar RC. Got Dunbar RC controller on it. You know what I mean? One more jump, we call it a day, man. Yeah, leave it there. Oh, and it flipped. Leave it there with this vid, man. Don't know how much voltage I got left in the battery, but steering, nothing broken, no back links broken or nothing. That's the one I changed, I think. Link, that's the original one. That's the original link. That's the one I swapped out. So yeah, leave it here with this truck, man. Fuck it. It's running alright. Too much power. It's got power, man. The Max 6 ESC is doing alright. And the adapters, the motor ESC adapters I made up, the soldering seems to be holding up. You know what I mean? Yeah, leave it here. Thing's an animal now, man. Jeez! Thing's an animal. Look at the steering. I tightened up the steering servo, innit? The servo saver, I mean, sorry. You know what I mean? Before I didn't have no steering. So the servo saver was loose. Yeah, leave it here with this vid, man. It survived. Oh, let me just check something. It looks like the battery's come undone from the battery tray. Yeah, shit. Yeah, the battery's in there. Fuck. Did this battery tray break? Fucking hell. The strap's broken. The battery strap's actually broken, man. This back one's actually broke. Shit. I can feel the motor hot in my hands. I don't even have to touch the motor, man. It's hot. But the battery strap's broke. On this side. This one seems to be alright. This battery, the battery strap, I mean, sorry, it's just come out the battery. It's just come out the strap, but the strap's not broken. Yeah, the strap's not broken. It's just the other side. The strap's broke. So I'll leave it here with this vid. I'll just strap it up. I'll strap it up after I'll turn this vid off. Turn this off. ESC is not too touch warm, but the motor's hot, man. I can tell the motor's hot when I was, yeah. Well, it didn't cut off, you know what I mean? That's why they put a fan on it. It didn't cut off. So let's unstrap these batteries. Well, that's it. Leave it there with this truck.